so many things about this next story that are almost unheard of. 4 siblings and their spouses living in one home harmoniously on land purchased by their great-grandmother, a black woman, in the 1800s.
So for those who would follow, she would show that with unity and family, there is nothing they could not do or achieve, right?
I built this house not just for my immediate family, but for my extended family, including friends.
Reggie, so the story that I did with you got millions of views. Why do you think it struck a chord with so many people?
And it just awakened in people the recognition that at the end of the day, all we really have is family, and that too many people, Black people in particular, have given up family land. We use all the space. We have managed to have my 77-year-old sister who, when she was 76, got married for a second time. She and her now husband are both widowed. We held the wedding in the great room, 300 seated guests. And then this past year, in May, during Memorial Weekend, we celebrated the 125th anniversary of my great-grandmother purchasing that land. She bought the land in 1899.
Now, what's going to happen with the land? You guys are having a big family meeting this weekend to talk about it, right?
Exactly. So I wanted very much for this land and this house to stay in the family. And so in my will, it says that no family member lives in the house. The house actually goes to the Texas Historical Society. It's not going to be a situation where Uncle Reggie dies and they sell everything and split the money up, especially in these times when there's so many forces of evil against us as people and against people coming together in love as opposed to being divisive. I think families should try to be the ones to send that message of togetherness.
Oh, what a beautiful family and a phenomenal idea.
Hey everybody, this is Ray Ramos, and just wanted to discuss a video that I watched where a woman purchased a home, African-American woman purchased a home back in 1899. She purchased the land, and her family has built this tremendous home, not only for the entire family. And I just want to share what I got from this. You know, it's very rare to see all family living together like that harmoniously. Came to mind with me community, unity. They mentioned that in the home that has all of these rooms to house the many family members, there's also a chapel. So aside from being a close-knit family, I see that incorporated in there is faith. So, you know, I gathered a lot from this video. Most importantly, legacy, family, unity, and willingness are key factors in how this family has stayed together under one roof for so long. And to keep the family unified, the gentleman has shared that when he passes away, he wants the home to go into historical society rather than have the family become divisive by monetary gain. So he's looking forward. That's legacy to me. So the questions I would ask and I would pose to the audience is, what is legacy, right? What does it mean to us, to them, that should mean to many of us today? And then I want to share a few points. Let's define what legacy is, what this family is about, or is this a blueprint that many of us can follow? I think all of it is true. So when I look at legacy, I look at it as a gift, either of property or monetary gain. But their great-great-grandmother must have gone through a lot of struggle, especially at that time. They don't make mention of it, so I don't know if she might have been enslaved at some point in time. But I'm quite sure she went through a lot of pain and struggle. So also a legacy may come from one's character, reputation, and the life they lead, setting an example for others and to guide their futures. So I think a lot of this must have been in the thinking of this great woman. You see, their relative, she had a plan with her struggle and came triumph in her legacy. It might have been slavery, even though they don't mention it. Positive, it was a lot of hatred. But through that, she had perseverance and triumph, meaning that she was leaving them a legacy of learning how to push through whatever their struggles are in this lifetime. could not be as bad as what she had to endure. And then through all of that, she had a goal of making life better for her family coming forward. So for those who would follow, she would show that with unity and family, there is nothing they could not do or achieve. Right? The other part of it too is they could not, I want to say, also it was a focus of leaving a legacy of generational wealth, which is something that is not something that we practice in communities of color. How to set ourselves up so what we leave behind us gets paid forward for generations to come. So this video was not just to show what this family had achieved to me through their loved one, but it was a blueprint not only for them, but it was for all of us. So this woman's foresight was great because not only was she doing this for her family, but look at what her family was able to do through this message of legacy for all of us. Generational wealth, paying it forward, having a blueprint. So what legacy do you want to leave? What do you want to be remembered for as you move throughout this life? Do we want to sit back and let life struggles and challenges consume us to the point where we lose focus on what we're really here for? Or do we want to accept whatever it is that life is throwing our way and then set ourselves up for triumph, set our families up for triumph so that they can see through our perseverance, our push, just how we can move forward through life, how we can deal with things, and then be able to turn what someone may have thought for evil and turn it into something good. If this woman in 1899 could purchase land, when I know that she must have faced much opposition, right? If she can do that, what can't we do? So this was a awesome testimony and lesson on perseverance, the power of the push, how to unify family, community, faith, all of that. So let's take that blueprint and incorporate it in what we're thinking today. Talk to you soon.